Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Go ahead and do yourself a favor and come join the family by hitting the like, subscribe, and the notification bell. Pardon me, I may grab this cup. Still fighting for my voice. It comes and it goes. It's at seasonal allergies. Let's get right into it. There's some things that's happening today. We had PPI numbers that came out this morning, like I discussed on yesterday's video, an hour before opening bell. We still have a PCE coming. I believe that's the 26th. We got PCE coming later on this same month. It will be a bigger trigger for the market than a PPI. When PPI came out this morning, actually the futures started to tick their way back. The futures were down, and when the PPI numbers came out, of course, they were a little hot, just like expected, but it wasn't a bigger mover of the market like CPI was, like I forestated on yesterday's video. Here's some of the things that's going on with stocks. We got Amazon hitting a new high today. Out of everything that's going on, Amazon is hitting a new high. Look at that in the last 5 years. Look at this year to date. Amazon, 26%. Listen, from the max, Amazon is up. Had you got it day one, share one, you would be up 210,400%. Man, if I had $5,000 to put in back then, $10,000 to put into Amazon back then. They say, you know the saying, it's hindsight, right? Don't matter now. All right, let's look at what's going on. As we could see at the time of filming this, literally 50 minutes before closing bell, exactly 48 minutes, we have the Dow up 105%. The S&P, let's just stack them. Because I want to show you guys something that I did with the SPY today. As we could see, the Dow is up, green, 100 points. The S&P, 47, and the NASDAQ, 270 points today, right? So look at what's going on. This is in the last few minutes. Dow adds 100 points. Stock rise to session highs as investors snap up tech shares, all right? So tech must be really doing its thing. I haven't checked that out just yet. So I want to go and talk about something before I go into crypto. Talk about a lesson that I wanted to teach you guys. I wanted to teach the Patreon, actually, and I wound up being taught a lesson. And that lesson is when you're trading the SPY or you're trading any of the major indices, whether it's the NASDAQ or the S&P 500, you must stay glued to your trades. And I had a meeting with my pastor today. I had other stuff that I had to take care of today. So I was in and out. And this morning in the Patreon, I said, hey, guys, on days like today, this morning, it was not clear what the market was doing. And I know a lot of you guys, even if you made money today, you lost money this morning. Leave me a comment if that was you. There was money being lost. And I said, hey, sometimes the best trade is to not trade at all. And I stick to that. But what I did was, after I made that comment, I grabbed a few shares of the SPY just to teach a lesson, and I was going to just take a little loss, right? Now, some of you guys, you already know what type of trading this is. This is for the newbies, okay? So, as you can see here, I actually had 2 SPY puts and 2 SPY calls that I entered into, as you can see. So, and they were, at the end of the day, you expect one to be red and one to be green. Why? To hedge. Family, I forgot about them, right? I forgot about them, and then I looked, and my put was down. And it was down bigly, as they say. And the truth be told, I forgot about them, and I sold them, and I sold both of my puts. And I was down about $200. And so the message was on me, right? And so, but I saw a reversal, and I was going to sell my calls also just to get out because the market was choppy. I held my sales, And I actually wound up making 120, almost 128%. But not, mind you, I was down by $200, but I also made a little money. And so the lesson was on me. So I'm trying to do something to give a message, and the message, the lesson was on me. It cost me, right? But I still won, right? But what I'm saying is sometimes on days that you're uncertain, it's best not to enter into a trade. That was the lesson that I was trying to share with the newbies in the Patreon, right? But the second lesson was to get a hedge against your position. So I was betting that the stock market was going down, but I lost that money, but I had a hedge already with the SPY going up with my call option, right? So on yesterday's live, I said this and I'm going to say this again. Look at any stock you had, whether it was, BBIG, whatever, Amazon, Neo, whatever you've lost money in. And I've said this numerous times. If you're holding a bad position and it's going down right now, okay, whether even it's something like Nvidia, Tesla, or whatever, now you gotta be skilled to do this. But just know that it is okay to have a position in a portfolio that you don't necessarily want to take a loss in, right? I get that. For psychological reasons, you can open up another portfolio. And if that stock has been showing you week over week, month over month, that it has been downtrending. Some of these, if you really zoom out, they've been on a downtrend for years. It's okay to take that same stock in another portfolio and short it, okay? Don't revenge trade by following the same play and trying to force the market to do a reversal. Trust what the stock is showing you. So it's okay to hold the stock if you don't want to take that loss, but you can also have a hedge against that and short it. And the best thing to do psychologically is in another portfolio. So open up another portfolio. Hopefully that helps someone. If you are new to this and this has helped you, please leave me a comment. Now, before I go into crypto, I just want to tell you that if you want to learn these things, then you need to go ahead and take Stock Up You. Stock Up You will be the top link below, and it is a class that I put together. I spent well over $22,000, and I put it all in a class for you, and you spend just a fraction of that. And if you want to really learn and earn from cryptocurrency, for those of you that know nothing about it, for those of you that think you know about it, but you know you really don't, this is how you're going to win with crypto. This is also in Stock Up You. And then, of course, you're going to learn options and charting. Let's keep it going. Let's go to crypto. Crypto, as we could see, when I first started this, these were all red and now they're green. Okay, let's go by the next day. You see a mix, right? You see a mix with crypto. Crypto is at a pivotal moment. Okay, if we look at Bitcoin, it looks like it's neutral, right? The RSI showed me that it's kind of in a neutral position on the hourly, and even on the daily, it's still neutral, right? And so it's a moment of decision with crypto, right? It looks like it's about to go back up, hopefully breaking all-time highs, but we don't know. We also do know that crypto loves to move when on weekends, right? And here's what I'm going to say to you, and it's going to confuse some of you guys. And this is what I believe. I believe that if Bitcoin surges before the halving to past 80 to 84, if Bitcoin surges, has a big surge, which really could happen before the halving, then I believe that there's going to be a pullback. As a matter of fact, last crypto cycle, we had a double top. Well, we actually had a massive cool off by as much as, let me go to the daily. We had a cool off. It ran up and then it lost 50%. Now, I don't believe that it's going to do that this year. Let me go back to 2021. I don't believe it's going to do that this cycle, right? I really don't believe it's going to cool off by 50% before it resurges. As we could see here, it ran up here, right? Look at that. Back in 21, Friday 16, back in 21, and then it fell, what? 50%, over 50%. And a lot of people tapped out and thought that the bull market was over, only to retrace and come back and surpass all-time highs. Now, that could happen this time, but I don't believe it's going to be as much. Here's what I do believe, that if Bitcoin surges past 80 to 84-ish, I believe when and if it happens before the halving, I believe that the halving there will be some definitely have some profit taking, and there's going to be a cool off, and it could be as much as 30%. That's what I feel. But if Bitcoin continues to go slow and steady towards the halving, then I believe it could push way past the halving and be on its way towards 100K. That's what I see. But if there's a strong surge before, then prepare for what could happen. And I'm not saying it will happen, but it could happen. So what am I going to do? My positions in most of my memes, I'm looking for 80, and I'm just telling you, whether it be Bonk or Shiba Inu or Doge, I'm telling you right now, when it gets around 79-ish and it's looking like it's heading to 80, it may hit 84. When it gets there, I'm going to sell. What else are you going to sell, Larry? I'm going to sell my micro strategy. I'm letting you know now. That's what my plan is. Yeah, but it may keep surging, Larry. Then I'm going to be happy for you, right? I'm going to go, yeah, man, I'm happy for you. But you're going to see the bottom of my feet because I'm running to the bank to cash out. I don't care how much it runs after that, okay? I'm going to be happy to hit my goals, okay? So don't get FOMO. Let me know what your goals are. Now, your goals may be different than mine, but remember, I got in last year at a very low price. So I don't need to assume the same risk as someone that is only up by 10%, right? I have some of these meme coins, I'm up by 600%, 500%, I mean. So I don't need to assume the risk, right? All right, good people, make sure that you check out Stock Up You. For those of you that have not taken part of it, do it now, learn and earn. I always say people love to invest, but they fail to invest in themselves first, right? All right, let me know if anything I said helped you in this video. I just want to be honest and straightforward. I had a loss on the SPY, so I could have just showed you the win, but when we lose, we got to show when we lose, because I don't want to show how good I'm doing. I want to see how good you're doing. I want you to profit even if I lose, right? Love you guys. Live, love, laugh, and learn.